What's up, YouTube? AUTOCON360 here, back again with another review, and today we'll be taking a look at the Avengers Infinity War S.H.Figuarts Hulk. So here we are, and there he is, a very cool figure. It does have a few limitations in terms of articulation, but nothing that I'm too upset about. He is a beefcake of a guy, and even just standing here recreating the picture of Hulk from the Incredible Hulk movie poster, which I know was Edward Norton, not Mark Ruffalo, but I like that pose for Hulk, and I liked putting him in it. So he does look really cool standing like that. So let's take a quick look at his packaging, and then we will take a quick look at the Hulk himself. And here we have his packaging here. We have S.H.Figuarts Hulk in gold foil here with some information here. It just gives the description about what S.H.Figuarts is. Nice Hulk fist right there. Nice picture of Hulk here on the front. Got your Tamashii Nations stamp of approval. Avengers Infinity War. Tamashii Nations and Bandai. Marvel there at the bottom as well. Nothing much at the top. Nothing much at the side. Here is the other side. Bottom is your legalese and stuff. And the back is just some product shots here showing different poses that you can get him in. Looking pretty sweet. So let's go ahead and crack open this box and take a look at what it comes with. And of course, before we take a look at his accessories, we'll take a look at his instruction sheet here, just telling you places to look out for paint rub, and then shows you everything that it comes with. So there you go. And here we have everything that comes with the Hulk. We have 3 heads and 2 sets of hands. So let's take a closer look at those heads first, and then we'll take a look at those hands. And here we have our first head here, just the standard neutral head that we get in the packaging. Pretty good likeness to Mark Ruffalo. It's not dead on. What is on my hand? It's definitely not. Get out of here. It's definitely not dead on, but it looks good enough. I'm okay with it. I think it looks pretty good. It's definitely better than the in-game one. That one just kind of looks sad. But yeah, looks pretty good. Nice digital printing on the face. Looking pretty nice to me. And then here we have the gritting teeth face, which mine, it kind of looks like his nose is crooked. Upon further inspection, I think it's just the way the light shines off of it, because there's a light that way, and I guess not enough light coming from this way, so it's just making it look crooked, but it's definitely on there straight. I just double checked. But yeah, it looks really good too. Nice paint on the teeth. Really like those teeth. Nice sculpt. It's digital printed, so that's definitely pretty cool. So yeah. And then here we have our screaming, angry Hulk face. Nice digital printing again on the mouth and the teeth, and looking pretty cool all around. Definitely not one normally for screaming faces on action figures, but this one definitely looks really good. And then in terms of hands, he just comes with 2 fists. Nice veins sculpted in there, looking really good. And then finally, just 2 kind of wide open hands. For either, they can be used as relaxed hands, like I was using them for earlier, or they just kind of like, I'm going to grab you hands. Definitely nice sculpts, nice veins there, nice fingernail sculpts. Kind of wish there was some paint on those nails, but whatever. And then even though it's not quite our usual S.H.Figuarts setup, it is still just a ball joint, which is really tight. Like I said, it's really tight. And then putting the head on is also just a ball joint, which is also really tight. Well, it also helps if you actually get it in the socket. There we go. And there we go. There we have the Infinity War S.H.Figuarts Hulk all together. And looking really cool. He's definitely bigger than I thought he was initially, because I didn't actually take down Broly from my shelf until I got ready to shoot this video. And I didn't realize how big he was. You'll definitely see that soon. But he's definitely a big boy, and definitely has some weight to him as well. You definitely notice that when you pick up the box. But yeah, nice shading in the musculature here. I wish it was on the butterfly joints for his shoulders, but it is not. And I also wish there was some on his legs as well, because there's some nice sculpting here too. But it's all in the upper body. All still looks pretty good. Kind of wish it was on his hands too, but whatever. Now this will definitely work as a Thor Ragnarok Hulk as well, if you liked his look from the end of Ragnarok as well as his armored look. So you could have both versions on your shelf if you wanted, because I do believe the CGI model used in Infinity War was the same as Ragnarok, because they came out just not even a year apart. But whatever. And he's in the movie so little, it would have made sense for them to use that model, because it's already there and finished. They don't have to do it themselves. Kind of saves them a little bit of work. And I do see that influence in here, especially if there were more rips down here. Definitely would have seen it more. But all in all, though, still works for either one. Still a great looking Hulk figure. Definitely better than the first attempt, which I never got because I didn't like it from jump. Didn't like it at all. But going over some more of these details here, definitely could have used some more rips in his pants, in my opinion, because he's Hulk. I think he needs more rips in his pants. Also, his pants don't have pockets, when I believe they definitely did. No pockets on the sides, no pockets on the back. But getting up close personal, looking at some more of these details up close, definitely has some hard nipples. He is a chilly man. That are really excited. But they do actually kind of hurt if you press on them too hard, so don't do that. Definitely nice veins sculpted in here, in his arms, and his hands. Awesome, awesome sculpting. Looking incredible. No pun intended. On his thigh, or on his shins here, nice veins sculpted in. And on his feet too, look at that. Look at those Hulk feet with those veins in there. Looking pretty cool. And around the back, just ruffle back. And some more veins in his arms. And going over his articulation here, his head is on a double barbell. It's definitely easier to get that top ball to move rather than the bottom one. I don't think I've ever gotten that bottom one to move without taking his head off, so kind of sucks, but whatever. His neck is also on a ball joint, so that gives you a little bit of wiggle waggle, but it's definitely more for leaning forward, leaning back. So he will look, well, I gotta adjust my camera. He will look all the way up. He will look all the way down. Come on, Hulk. Let me see if I can get that second joint moving. Nope. That's as far as I'm getting out of him. But still, really good. And of course, he does have some tilts there on that ball. His shoulders are on a ball joint inside that butterfly. It's like connected like right up in here. So you get a little bit of up and down on that butterfly. It definitely helps me if I pull it out and then get the tilt that I want and then push it back in. But that butterfly will give you that much forward and not a lot back, but that's perfectly fine. And then with them both forward, not too gappy back here, which I'm definitely happy for. And then of course his shoulders are on a ball joint inside that butterfly. It will give you a full 360 out of that. And of course you do get a little bit of shrug in there, so that's cool. They will go forward, or will go up this far just at the arm itself, and then you can use that butterfly and get you a little bit more upward. You also have a bicep swivel in this setup for the shoulder. That way it keeps it more seamless in the arm itself, but it doesn't give you a lot of movement. And definitely to be careful, you don't want to rub up this guy too much. It does have a double joint elbow. That doesn't move in the farthest, but it serves its purpose. It works. It's definitely a little bit more room than the Champ, as we looked at last week. But it's this top joint's really the issue. Like, it doesn't give us a lot of forward. It actually does click into place. Like, it kind of thoops into place when you bend the arm all the way back. So that's kind of weird, but it's whatever. You do also have your wrist on a ball joint. Again, a double barbell. This wrist is kind of loose. This one is nice and stiff. Actually, it's a little bit tighter than I would like it. But whatever. They work. Your abdomen is on a ball joint. So you get a little bit of tilt out of that. You can tilt him back. Yeah, this sucks. Guess what? Change the angle on your picture. It's gone. And he will bend forward that far at that top joint. And then there's also a second joint at the waist. So you can get him crunching really far forward. It's like, oh, did I just step in some gum? and it will go that far back for a profile view. Get out of the way, arm. He will bend back that far. Your waist is also on a ball joint, but it's super tight. Listen to that squeak. Oh man, yeah, I don't like doing that too much. My cat doesn't like it either. Your legs will go forward that far. Definitely kind of sucks. Because you can push them farther, but again, you can kind of see here I'm getting a little bit of rub just from doing that. So I definitely don't want to push those too far forward. But they will go out really far. That's good. Definitely farther than most Marvel Legends, so that's pretty good. You do have a thigh swivel, but it looks a little weird, just the way it's sculpted. I do have a double jointed knee, which gets a little ugly if you go for the full Monty there. That is just this big gap right here, and I'm not a fan of it. So I like to just go right there, but if you want all of it, you can have all of it. It's not the prettiest. I need to move my camera again. Sorry about that. But yeah, there's a big gap down here. So if you want the full Monty, you're going to have the gap. If not, then you can go to there. So up to you. Your ankles are on a swivel, which is cool. They swivel at the top of the ankle, which is definitely kind of neat. And they will go forward that far, back that far. And he does have some ankle pivot, and he does have a toe joint, so you can toe. And now for comparison. Here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Sand Raised on Earth Goku. And as you can see, he is quite a big boy. Definitely not a slouch. Here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Nappa. And this is how big I initially thought he was going to be when I took him out of the package. Like, I didn't realize he was bigger than this. Like, this is what I thought I had in my hand. Just looking up from the perspective of my bed to my shelf, which is, probably about 4 feet higher than my bed sits. So, and with me on it, probably about another 2 feet, and it's across the room from me. So I'm thinking, yeah, this guy's about Nappa size. So I was a little disappointed, but with our next comparison, you'll see my surprise when I brought him down. Here he is with the S.H.Figuarts Dragon Ball Super Broly. Now, this is where I was surprised. I didn't realize he was this big because I was sitting on my bed looking up at him and looking up at Broly like, alright, he's smaller than Broly. But no, he is right there with Broly, and I am happy about it because as I was getting everything ready for the video, I'm thinking, man, when I take pictures of this guy, I'm not going to be able to take pictures of him with Broly because he's not even big enough to match him. But now I'm really happy and expect a lot of pictures of Hulk fighting Broly. And here he is with the Marvel Legends Avengers Infinity War Thor. Now this is where I think the new Mafex Thor is going to come in handy because this guy is too big to be with this Hulk. Thor, from the picture I found from the ending of Thor Ragnarok, Thor should be about here, about the nipple. But this one is even with his shoulders, so he's definitely a little bit too tall, but looks pretty good as a stand-in. But either the Infinity War S.H.Figuarts Thor or the new Mafex Thor should be perfect for this Hulk. And here he is with the Marvel Legends Thor Ragnarok Gladiator Hulk Build-A-Figure, which is one of my favorite figures in my collection. I just love this guy. Maybe he'll get his own solo video one day, but right now, here is his spotlight appearance. I think I showed him off in the video with Broly too. But yeah, you can definitely see where the height is at. Like, this is just a good Hulk, because I love the size of this Hulk, but this one is just right there with him, and I'm really happy about it. I don't know what's going to happen to this guy, because he's the first Build-A-Figure I ever completed, but I might hold on to him, I might give him away, I might sell him. Only time will tell, but right now he's going to go back on the shelf where he belongs, and we're going to continue to look at this Hulk. And finally, here he is with the Marvel Legends Juggernaut Build-A-Figure Wave Deadpool and the Mafex Deadpool. And there you go. There you have the S.H.Figuarts Infinity War Hulk. Now, this is one of the best Hulk figures on the market, and definitely one of the best MCU Hulk figures on the market. Now, this will be the start of my MCU shelf. This is the figure I chose to start with. This guy and the Mafex Thor will be the beginnings to hopefully a wonderful shelf. Hopefully I'll be able to track down the Mark 85 Iron Man S.H.Figuarts figure and the in-game Captain America Figuarts figure at a good price. It's not looking likely. Hopefully they'll pop back up on Big Bad Toy Store like this guy did, which is how I got him, and I'll be able to pick them up as well. So, like I said, this guy was picked up straight from Big Bad Toy Store. He just kind of popped up on pre-order one day, and I said, click. Well, he actually popped up in stock. He wasn't even on pre-order. He was just in their shop. And I said, click, and I got him about a week later. Well, about a week and a half later. But I definitely recommend you check them for their availability, because he was completely off the market, and then he popped up in stock. So I will link them in the description below in case he does pop back up. So until next time, I have been AUTOCON360. Please subscribe, like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at AUTOCON360, and you can follow me on Instagram at DustinZoom27. He is the Avengers Infinity War S.H.Figuarts Hulk, and I am AUTOCON360, and I'm saying laters.